when life doesn't make sense, it doesn't necessarily mean that God is not there. It's important to remember that God's promise is not that there would be no challenge. Okay. That's not what he promised. The promise is that even during the difficult times, not if we go through the shadow and the valley of death, no. It is when we go through the shadow of the valley of death, goodness and mercy will follow us all the way there. The promise is not that we shall not go through difficult times. The promise is when we go through difficult times, God will be there with us. That's the promise that he made to us. And it's important to remember that we're in a world with fallen people. And people do crazy things. Because why would anyone in their right mind and their right heart take somebody else's child? Why are they trafficking children? Why are they stealing children from other people? And the question then for us is, why do people do bad things? Why do people do bad things? Why do we have nasty people? And so let's ask even ourselves, why do we do bad things? Because we also, offend others. We are not perfect, but it's a fallen world with fallen people. But we bless the Lord that we don't have a fallen God. We have a God who is in control. And let's not forget, the author of confusion is the devil. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And so when it doesn't make sense, we lift our eyes to the Lord. Where does our help come from? Psalm 121, it says, I lift my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth.
And that.
Yes. And he promises that he will not let our foot slip. He who watches over Israel does not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over us, over Israel, will neither slumber nor sleep. And so we can depend on him. And he goes on to say, I think it's in verse 7 of the same chapter, that the Lord will not let any harm come to you. If you give your heart to him, he will watch over you. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Those are his promises. But you have to know them and claim them and believe that even when it doesn't make sense to you, because all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his power. He is good. And even during that, all those things, there's in every cloud, there's a silver lining. And so all those things, regardless of how bad your opinion is of what is happening around you, the Lord has a plan and a purpose. When Joseph was taken, can you imagine how it felt? His own brothers sold him out. And why did they sell him out? Because they were jealous. So let me ask you guys, why do people get jealous? Why do people struggle with jealousy? Why do even people, and the heart, by the way, no one ever wakes up in the morning and says, at 11 p.m. or at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, I will get jealous. But you just walk into a situation and this emotion called jealous just blackens your heart. And if you're not careful, remember this, jealousy is a final step before you become a full-blown witch.
Mataifa